Hello there, welcome into the very first edition of the SIU Men's Basketball Coaches Show this season. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. And Coach, obviously the first Coaches Show of this season for you, and so obviously that means the season is upon us. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit to some preseason type stuff. Obviously, going through practice, getting ready for the season. But your first bit of action was an exhibition game a few days ago against Arkansas State, Division I team within the state. Your team goes on the road, play very well. As a matter of fact, you come away with a win on a thrilling game-winning shot by Tyrell Taylor. Talk a little bit about that game, with it being an exhibition, what you saw out of it, and just how your team went up there and competed.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. Really proud of our guys for playing how they did and persevering through some tough things that happened to us kind of throughout that game. But in the grand scheme of things, it was a glorified scrimmage. We were just trying to figure out what we have and how we're going to use it, and some rotations, and just trying to really feel our way through things with eight or nine new guys and 6 returners. So we're trying to piece some things together, and lo and behold, you look up there in the second half and you're winning the game. And of course, we wanted to go up there and win the game, but that really wasn't what we were trying to work on. So just really pleased that we got the outcome we did, and learned a lot about us going forward. And hopefully we can take some of those things that we did well in that game and continue to improve upon them. And A-State, it really exposed some things that we have to work on and correct, or we will get beat in conference play. So, we accomplished a lot of things, and I thought it was good for our program to beat a D1 team or whatever, and so that was fun. But most importantly, we just wanted to learn a lot about who we were and what we got to do.
Typically in a basketball season, any sport in general, at the beginning of the year, you more or less, not easy games that are on the schedule, but definitely non-conference games to, kind of allow the team to work through some of the things you were talking about against Arkansas State and see what you got and kind of get a game plan going in towards more or less the more important part of any calendar year, your conference slate. This year, though, your team doesn't have the luxury of doing that. The home opener is tonight. It's a conference game. Your next game is a conference game. So thrown right into the fire there. Not really a whole lot of room for error, at least early on, even though if things don't go as planned these first couple of games, it's not going to break your season, but still you want to get off to a good start. So talk about the challenges with that, knowing what's in front of you, and then being the first games of the year.
Sure. Southern Nazarene is very well coached. Coach Bohatch does a tremendous job with his guys. Southern Arkansas has never beaten Southern Nazarene, and I know we haven't been playing very long, but we're 0 for 4, and that's personal. They're the only team that my staff and I have not beaten since we've come to SAU, and a lot of credit goes to them. They do a good job at what they do. They're similar to Harding in the fact that they're not going to beat themselves, and we have to go be the more physical team. We have to be more athletic. We've got to be the best defensive team, and Southern Nazarene just does a great job at spreading you out. They got some very skilled guys that play in different spots that will present some problems for us. After the A-State game, I told our guys that the easy part is done now. We wanted to make a statement and get everyone's attention with that A-State game. Win or lose, we just wanted to get everyone's attention. Hey, they played well, or hey, they won, or whatever. So the easy part's done. Now the hard part is proving that was no fluke, that we can duplicate that type of play night in and night out. So going right into the fire, yeah, it's unfortunate, because sure we'd like to have 2 or 3 more games to try and iron out a few things, but you're going right into it tonight. Fortunately, we played home, and I hope we can have a great crowd. I know Rusty's doing a great job, and his girls I think they've set the table to take that next step as a program, and I think we have as well. So hopefully we can rally some people behind us and give them something to be proud of and come cheer for.
You talk about building the program. You're in your 3rd year. This year you've got more or less more to build off of in your program from the previous year. coming in your first year, obviously, you inherit a program as is and try to add a little bit around it. Year 2, 1 returner, build around that. This year, you've got 6 guys back from last year's team that won a conference tournament game for the first time, obviously with you being here, but in over a decade for the program. So talk about the importance of having those 6 returners just to continue to build the foundation, and also the guys you brought in around them.
Yeah, it's been really nice having some guys, when I say we're doing this or that, they immediately know what we're doing, and they're instructing other guys on what they need to be doing. Those guys that came back, they had a taste of what we're trying to accomplish. I really feel like we were 10 minutes away from playing for a championship last year. And, timing is everything. And bringing those guys back and then adding some pieces around them to give us great depth, more depth than I've ever had here. Very similar to the depth that we had when I was at Martin Methodist, where we had, 10 to 11 to 12 guys that were athletic that we could just kind of platoon in and out. So just having those 6 returners that had a taste of what we're trying to accomplish. Every one of these guys that I recruited, I said, it's going to be tough. We're trying to change the culture of a program, and you don't need to come here if you can't handle that stress and that urgency that I'm going to have every day. So the guys that came understood what we were trying to do, and I think they're ready to take that next step. And it's going to be hard, and we're going to meet a lot of resistance along the way, simply because, the perennial powers don't want us to change. I wouldn't want SAU to change if I was somewhere else. I'd want to keep them right where they were. But we're going to do our best to continue to put this thing, this program in the right direction and keep building off of it. So we got an opportunity tonight to kind of get off on the right foot. All the pressure, it seems like, is on us because we play 5 conference games before Christmas, and 4 of them are at home, and we're still trying to learn a lot about ourselves. So fortunately, we do play at home, and we play a team that we haven't beaten yet. So I know our guys will be excited to play, they'll be motivated, and hopefully we can play well.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's basketball coach Andy Sharpe. He and his Mulerider basketball team ready for their season to begin. That is tonight, 7:30 p.m. It's a conference game against Southern Nazarene University. Game 2 of their season will be played on Saturday back here at the W.T. Watson Center. Tip-off scheduled around 4 o'clock. Coach, best of luck this season.
Thanks, Daniel.